right, guys, here we go again. This is Emmett Stallworth, the Alpha Builder. We're trying to get this thing about wrapped up. So now we're ready for siding. Got all the windows in. We got a little bit of flash to do on that window over there. We just had barely enough flash to make it work. But we almost got everything ready. On the inside, one thing that you got to make sure that you do on any site, guys, is try to keep it clean. So I kind of put everything in one little area and have stuff that we need, like over here. We may end up needing this stuff right here. So you can kind of see how everything's been gutted. HVAC unit and everything is in. We'll get his inspections off next week. Well, Clay, you get his inspections off next week. Clay has also got you got the plumbing and the electrical, right?
Yes, sir.
So you got that in. Next is the framing inspection. So we got little items like this right here. We got a handle. These little items right here. This right here needs to be blocked. You shouldn't see daylight. So we'll block that. Anywhere you see daylight, we'll block it. And then the next thing is gonna be, this right here, the sunroom right here. Next thing is gonna be insulation. So we have to come in here, we have to seal all this right here up. And then we'll do faceless bats, and we'll talk about that a little later. And then I called in for the framing inspection. So you get your MEPs off first, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. Get the roughs done first. Then you call in for the framing. But what we're gonna do next week is we'll walk this thing, man, and we'll find all the framing problems, like things that's probably gonna be a problem. Maybe the plumber ran through a joist. But the cool thing about this house is that this house, show them up there, man. This house has trusses. And these trusses are engineered to span from one exterior wall all the way to the other exterior wall, which is kind of in the middle of the house because we did an addition to this right here. But they span so far, so everything in the middle is just wall partitions. This right here wall, there's no load on this wall, right here. So that's the cool thing about this. So we'll come in and we'll do a framing. We'll walk through and do all our framing. We have to have our access. So we'll mark where our access is gonna go, put that in. We'll take care of some of these other little items that we need. And I think everything else looks good, man. Guys, you gotta clean up. One thing that cleaning up is gonna do too, is gonna help you see problems. If you get everything out the way, you can see things better. Like I can see this little hole over here that needs to be plugged. Look, just little things like that. We're gonna, like over there, you see that daylight, all that daylight over there? That's all got to get fixed. And this right here looks good. So you got this right here. Guys, at one point in time, this right here was an exterior. So all this right here over here is an addition. So that's why we had to put these 2x12s, we had to quadruple these right here in order to take this load about 18 feet. That load, these you remember I said from wall to wall, from one exterior wall to the other, this is another exterior wall, and you see those trusses are sitting on top of that thing. So it puts this weight on this right here. So this right here has to take that weight all the way down. Can you think of anything, Clay?
No.
And one thing that you do, just make sure you manage expectations. Stay with the customer, manage expectation. So right now, guys, what we need to be doing is we need to be trying to get the cabinets ordered. We need to get ready for the sheetrock. Sheetrock can go ahead and get delivered. Insulation, go ahead and get that on here. Siding, we can go ahead and do the siding. That can once the siding get done, the house is gonna look like it's complete from the outside. And then we can sand, mud, and finish. That takes about a week for the sheetrock. Once that gets done, then we're gonna come in with the trim. That's when the trim and the baseboards and stuff like that is gonna go in. And then once the trim is done, then you'll be ready to paint. And then once painting is done, then everybody come back and do their thing again. So then you get your MEP finals, mechanical, electrical, plumbing finals. They come in and do their thing, and then you do a punch out and you should be done. That's about a month and a half. Hopefully. You think anything else, man?
Now, what about the floors?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, floors is the last thing you want to do. That's the last thing. Now she wants sand and finish this right here, right?
Yes.
That's gonna, you know,
And then planking everywhere.
huh?
And then vinyl planks everywhere else.
LVP.
Yes.
Yeah, I would, you know, if it was me, I'd just rip all this up. That's just me, but you know, if you can save money, that's fine. But yeah, I would. LVP is probably your best bet. You know, let me see that. If there's a, that's okay. Yeah. So floors is the last thing you want to. Floors is the last thing I like to do. Now you get your tile guy come in here and knock his thing out the way. Once the drywall is done and mudded and sanded and everything, then you get your tile guy to come in and go ahead and knock his stuff out the way. Like that one, so you got that one tile right there.
Mm-hmm.
But anywhere else you got tile, you may have 1 or 2 bathrooms, you got tile, go ahead and kill all that stuff. Then we gotta put some fur in, so this right here gotta get fur, this right here.
Mm-hmm.
This right here gotta get fur, so we gotta put some fur in here, so we can run the sheetrock. We may have to extend this wall out a little bit. Just little things like that. So I come through with a spray can, and I spray all the things that needs to be handled. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yes,
All right,
sir.
guys. What do you call it? Like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a go.